All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about winning gunfights. Off rip, let's get some free kills here. Doesn't really matter, not a big deal, but this video is going to be all about winning gunfights. Easy peasy. We just need to figure out how you can take the skills that you have now, improve them, and start winning more gunfights. I noticed in some of my recent videos, a lot of people were saying, hey, this is great. I understand how to win, but I don't know how to win gunfights to get to that point. And I see you, I hear you, I understand where you're coming from, and that's a hard skill to teach. So what I'm going to do is while I play through here, I'm going to do my best to explain what I do during these gunfights. Now, when I came in, I know that some other people flew off of the plane heading this way. So I'm gonna just kind of walk you through my thought process here. Really, I noticed that I'm outside the circle. We need to work our way inside the circle here, okay? That's our next thing, is make your way into the circle. You want to get some cash. You want to get some good weapons. I do need to watch this right side because I know that someone could be over here. I don't know if there is someone over there, but I think a big thing that people don't realize is that I have the same information that you all have. Now, I do need to be clear. I have spent money on ensuring that I have the best products at my disposal that I can. Obviously, I'm a mouse and keyboard, so I do have a disadvantage in the close range, but my long range is fantastic because I know how to use a mouse and keyboard. I have to say, one thing that people don't understand whenever it comes to mouse and keyboard versus controller is the argument doesn't really matter whenever it comes to like the average player. The average player isn't going to be able to hit their shots like I do on mouse and keyboard. It is what it is. So when you're fussing in the comments of whoever's video or saying, oh, this guy's mouse and keyboard, that's why he's able to hit his shots, it's unlikely. Just like it is for, you know, controller players, unless you're within like super close range. So having that like frustration is just not worth anybody's time. Oh my God. That was dumb on my part. I thought it was free. On average, the lower skilled controller player will outplay the lower skilled keyboard and mouse player. So if you're ever worried about that, just know like Activision has released a lot of information on this and you're more than welcome to look it up and stuff like that. So don't ever feel like you need to blame anything. It's on you to outmaneuver enemies. Don't make excuses is kind of what I'm saying. It's not worth it. It's okay to be frustrated about things, but excuses get you nowhere. It's not going to make you a better player. And right there, I saw that guy was rotating around. I got a teammate up there who's absolutely not going to help me. And I'm trying to keep cover at all times. Now, what I did was I tossed a grenade over there, knowing it would bounce off the wall. Got a free headshot there, kind of keeping my cover there. So I tossed a grenade off the wall there. And when I did, I knew if I cooked it to the right amount of time, they take about 3 seconds until they explode. If I cooked it to the right amount of time, I could toss it, it'd bounce off the wall, hit the enemy, and eliminate them. Well, not eliminate them, but at least break their armor. So that's what I was going for. Holy, I dropped a large backpack. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so we're gonna get out of here now. I grabbed a bunch of stuff out of here. Didn't really need all of it. We just don't want to fight these bots because we don't need to. Is that a self-revive? No, that's a helmet. So let's get out of here. We don't need any more cash. We only got 3,000 out of that, which was kind of sad, but it is what it is. However, we do have, you know, some decent guns here. We can always buy another weapon right up here at this this buy station. Now I'm gonna have Matt go ahead and zoom in on the mini map whenever I say things. So you'll notice in the top left corner of the screen, the map's gonna get a little larger whenever I'm talking about it. That way it's not like super confusing for you to figure out what's going on. So because I already had attack V that's pretty decent, I went ahead and grabbed myself a Fennec. Fennec's going to be much better for these close range engagements. And like I said, being a mouse and keyboard player, because of aim assist, I'm going to have a bit of a disadvantage at close range. Now, what you do need to know is when I'm at close range, being a higher skilled keyboard and mouse player, I do have the ability to make those quick flicks and stuff like that. You won't see that out of every mouse and keyboard player. Yes, you can flick and be accurate, but that takes a very, very high skilled player. So let's try and pay attention. I heard something explode over here and I don't know what it was. I'm hearing some bullets on the right-hand side, so we want to play high ground. Positioning is key whenever you're trying to take on different gunfights. So you want to make sure that you're going for that position at all times, trying to get as much information as you can while keeping as much cover as you can. Now, one thing I would suggest to you all whenever you get the opportunity is to go into your settings and make it where... oh, there's a guy below me. Where diving is tap and sliding is hold. Because you dive a lot more in this game than you slide. So we're looking for the guy down below. There's a ladder over here. I know that he's below me. What I need to do is get ahead of him. So what I might do, precision this. Jump. We're diving out. I'm taking the next place over here. That guy's going to push out. Perfect. So my goal with that precision was to keep that guy inside. And his ego got him eliminated there. He thought because he saw me that he could get the elimination, but the issue is where I precisioned the roof, I kind of was hoping that he would push out, which he did, which is such a crazy move, by the way. I don't know why he would have done that, but I was hoping that he'd push out. He did push out. I get the free kill out of it. Now there's a guy right here. I just caught him on the map, or caught him on the map. Caught him running. Free kill. Just catch people out in the middle of the open. So the reason I waited to engage that, a lot of people don't have something called trigger discipline. That's where you're going to fail in 90% of your scenarios, especially on a game where there's a lot of long range engagements. It wasn't like this is bad on Warzone 1, but in Warzone 2, there's a ton of long range engagements, which is why keyboard and mouse has such a huge advantage in a lot of those situations. But when you get to late game, you'll usually see the controller player win because it's so close range, unless that keyboard and mouse player positions themselves properly. And yes, I know this is something that's a little bit annoying. A lot of people are like, well, controller has so many disadvantages. Well, keyboard and mouse has so many disadvantages. Like, just don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. You have to keep in mind the advantages and disadvantages because that's what makes you a better player. And know that you have to position yourself and maneuver yourself to outplay any kind of enemy. So you have to know, what does a controller player play like? What does a mouse and keyboard player play like? What can I do to ensure that all the time I can outplay this controller player and outplay this mouse and keyboard player? You have to keep in mind these things. It's the only reason that I mention it, because I know that a lot of people think that I'll be fussing or something like that, but that's not what's going on. I'm not fussing. It's really just making sure that you're aware of your surroundings and the way that you need to play versus different kinds of players. And they are very different kinds of players. So let me get up here. I saw a car on the minimap earlier. It was zoomed in for you. And you saw it right over there, just kind of moving away. So let me see if I can get a little bit better positioning. We want to kind of take high ground. Like I said, it's basically just a big game of high ground. And whoever has the better, weapons and can maneuver better, which is why I said, if you get the opportunity, change it to where you dive with a tap rather than you slide with a tap. And the reason why is you're not going to really use the slide mechanic as much in this game because it kills your movement. When you dive, it doesn't really kill your movement. Yes, it has a short slowdown, but it doesn't kill your movement. It doesn't reset any sprint or anything like that, but it also doesn't kill your movement. You see that? That's coming from back over here. If you look on the map, you can see that the thing is coming from this way, and it's usually because it gets marked from this way. Now, they could just be below and marked it right on themselves, but it usually is because someone is in this direction. What I'd like to do is see if we could head right there. I'm gonna try and get inside. Oh, you hear that? Something just popped over there. I don't know what it was. The interesting thing is that I don't hear a chest, so we gotta be careful walking in. Somebody died in here. No self-revive in there. Plate in there. I have a large backpack, which is kind of useful. We're in low ground right now, not where you want to be. So in a situation like this, you know somebody's around you. What do? Right? Do you full send because you want the elimination, or do you position yourself better so that you almost guarantee a win on the gunfight? Now, I am at a disadvantage while playing this game in general, because I'm trying to make a video and I'm talking the whole time, so I can't hear everything, but you might hear me. Wait, is that a guy? I can't tell if that's a guy up there. I don't think it is. It looks like a chest or something. A little weird. But, you know, you might hear me stop talking for a second just so I can kind of figure things out, just like I did there. Ooh, I'm hearing bullets from this side. By the way, when you're playing this game, I was mentioning this earlier, you want really good equipment. You know, like, that's kind of the thing. There's a lot of different things in this game that matter. And decent equipment in this game is huge. A lot of people are like, how did you see that guy? How do you know they're there? You know, you knew he was there through the wall. I get it. It makes it seem like I'm cheating in a lot of scenarios. And it's just because I have a lot of experience in how people play and paying attention to that. There's a guy over on the right. He just sniped at me. But I also have really good equipment. I have headphones paired with like a mix amp that allows me to hear things a little more clearly. It's very loud in a lot of scenarios. And then I have a 4K monitor. You see this guy right here? We're going to wait it out. He's going to have to push. Oh, he sees me. Hold on. That's good on him. I mean, that's a great play. But, okay. I wish I would have known that that was going to be hot garbage. That sucks. He's got to push in, so... Got to get a little scratch on the nose. He's going to push no matter what. You see him right there. He saw me. Get a couple of shots. Let him know that he's going to have to rotate a different way. He'll probably go for a pop shot, like right here. Nope, he jumped out. Now, we know that there was a guy straight south as well. Whenever you're playing through these gunfights, you need to remember everything that's happening around you. Everything. No questions asked, because if you're not, you're failing. So I knew that there was a... Yep, that's what I thought. You see that? I knew that there was a guy somewhere over here because I heard him way earlier. And I knew that in this amount of time, he would have had to push up. Because if he didn't, he's dying in the storm right now, you know? So it's all about paying attention to the way that you, like... Actually, it's all about paying attention to everything. Like, every little detail matters. And it's so difficult for a casual player to recognize things like this, and it sucks. Because, you know, when you have the experience, of course you're going to be in an advantage. So I tossed a stun right down below to give me a second to play it up. There's no way he's still... Oh, he is. Yeah, just flashbang the heck out of that guy. I mean, I don't think I have to explain that to you guys. I really, really don't. Okay. Stuck in the storm. That's sick. So we're going to start pushing in right there. Stun the heck out of that guy, you know? Pop a UAV. And we're looking at the map here. We see that there's a guy right there. I'm going to double tap to make sure that I know that he's there. I do need to get a gun because pushing something like that is really difficult to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get ahead of this guy. Okay. Try and get ahead because I know that he's going to have to come in. So I rotate to the house across. We got a guy right there as well. He is second story because if you look at the map, it looks like he's on the exact same floor as me. So we know he's going to be checking. Yep, probably that window. We're going to peek it again. He's going to over challenge and then he's going to drop back this way more than likely. And you get a free kill out of that. So let me kind of explain what happened. Players are mostly consistent in the way that they play. You know, it's like you get shot from one way, you go the other way. It's just reaction, you know? So knowing that players are likely to do that, most people aren't going to re-challenge the exact same place because they think they're going to be able to catch you off guard. But the reality is, if you know how they're going to play, then you can eliminate them. So pay attention whenever you're playing. It's like, okay, I shot a guy from this side. He's going to move to this side. And it makes it easier for you to win gunfights that you wouldn't normally win because you know how they're going to play. People are so predictable. So very predictable. They're consistent in playing the exact same stupid plays over and over that a decent player, not even a great player, can figure out as long as you are paying attention to the patterns and the way that people are playing. So I would like to get on the roof of one of these buildings. We've got a car right here. We're not going to shoot. He's driving backwards like a maniac. He stopped right there. We could have taken some pop shots, but we don't really want them. You're hearing the bullets over there? So again, it's all about listening to everything. So I think the bullets came from over there. But we know that there's still a guy somewhere here. Hear the car? Car's coming up. It's a quad. It popped up on the map for a quarter of a second. He's in... Oh, sorry. Hiccup. He's in the building straight northeast. I saw it for a split second. It was zoomed in on for you. That way you know what I'm seeing. You saw him climbing up the ladder there or going in the window, one or the other. There's a sniper shooting at him from the right. All right? These are all the little details that I'm hearing right now that are going on. There might be someone in my building. I'm not 100% sure. It might be a little bit across. I'm not certain what just happened. I'd like to get on that roof right there if I can figure it out, but I don't want to break a window to give away my position. So I'm going to grab that, grab the gas mask because I definitely need that. I'm going to put the precision into my inventory because if I need to pop the precision to give myself cover, that's going to be the best thing I can do. So I'm moving to this next building. The reason why is because I want to get on top of a roof. I want to put myself in a position to where I have high ground. Now, the only issue is that knowing that there was a sniper, I could get sniped at any moment. Also, you can hear the guy walking in the building in front of me. It was one faint movement. It's a free kill, though. Herm's live. I've killed that guy at least 100 times in the amount of time that I've been playing Warzone 2, and I kind of feel bad for it because he has not killed me a single time. It is the saddest thing. I feel bad because I know the dude's a streamer, so he keeps losing those gunfights, those 1v1s. I'd love to see if I can get his guns, though. Let's get on top of this roof. I heard some bullets firing over there. Now, I'm using a technique with the dive to allow myself to... Oh, heard something blow up over there. To pull my chute on almost every single jump off of a building. Oh, give me that. There we go. All right, there it is. Take the cash. Don't need the smoke. So this guy's got an RPK, much better weapon than the TAC V I was using, but I need to get back on the roof. So I'm going to try and jump on it to save as much time as I can instead of climbing all the way up the ladder. Just saw a guy land over on that roof over there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see... I don't want to shoot necessarily. We're still trying to get as much information as we can. Just saw a guy right there for a split second. Now there's a car coming up behind us. I'm going to precision that. See if he goes into it. Free kill right there. Grab a self-revive right there. Grab that. This can go into the sniper bullets because I don't need those. We're looking around, and I'm going to take the roof once again. The reason I shot at that guy is because he got a little too close to me. I didn't want him getting up underneath me and having an advantage, so I popped shots at him to get out of the car. Just exactly how it happened. People are predictable. Like I'm telling you, people are predictable. They're going to do the exact same thing every single time. And then whenever I lose, it's because I thought that they were predictable. I mean, you can play 90% of your games accepting that people are predictable. And then you're going to have that one game where no one does anything close to what you're expecting them to. I'll walk them right into that. So that guy, I was hoping would walk into it, but he didn't. Now, there's going to be some people over there because we saw them over there earlier, which means they have to push in as well. So I want to get my cover. So I'm going to try and take this. There's no guarantee that I win this game, by the way. I'm popping shots at this guy because I thought that the gun would be easy to use. It was not easy to use. This RPK is hot garbage compared to the other ones that I've used. Dude's got terrible... Oh, I'm dead. Trying to shoot underneath. I got the shot on that guy. Shot him underneath. We're going to get behind here. Heal up. And I need to get a reload on my gun. I got lucky on that guy. I ran side to side to ensure that I couldn't get shot as much as he would have liked me to. Don't need the revive pistol. I'm going to get a quick reload on this gun. Got a guy right there. We wait. Okay. We don't have a laser on this gun, so he's not going to see it. Then we take free shots. Now, he got a good positioning there. I'm going to toss down a muni. Oh, got sniped. I'm probably gonna die to that, I think. We lay down in the bush here. Keep our cover. Stay calm. Rotate early. I'm gonna rotate early because I don't want to get shot by these guys in a bad spot, and I've got a gas mask. So there's absolutely no reason to not rotate early. Sliding side to, or running side to side just so that I don't get shot. It is a bit terrifying, but now that I have positioning, I can kill this guy right there. Should be a free kill. Oh, free kill right there. Oh, and I win. That's it. It's all positioning. It's all taking high ground, making sure that you pay attention to the people. Predictable. You've got it. I mean, it's easy, baby. Win your next game. You got it. Subscribe for more. You know the deal.